Now to the war with Iran, the United States military is now blockading the Strait of Hormuz. KTLA's Rachel Menitoff live in the news center with more on this latest escalation. Rachel.
Lauren, good afternoon. The U.S. military says it'll block ships entering or exiting Iranian ports or coastal areas. President Trump is warning Iranian naval ships will be eliminated if they try to cross the strait. And as you can imagine, Iran argues this violates the ceasefire.
6 weeks after the start of the war with Iran, President Donald Trump is ordering the U.S. Navy to block the country's critical Strait of Hormuz and clear the waterway of any explosive mines. The order went into effect at 7 a.m. our time and is intended to cut off the country's oil supply. According to the U.S. military, it will allow ships to move through the strait if traveling between non-Iranian ports.
Iran is doing absolutely no business, and we're going to keep it that way very easily.
This is Japan Navy. Last warning.
On the flip side, Iran is threatening to retaliate against the blockade, saying it's illegal and essentially piracy. It says no ships are safe if traffic to and from its own ports are impeded. The threats follow failed peace talks led by J.D. Vance in Pakistan over the weekend.
We need to see an affirmative commitment that they will not seek a nuclear weapon.
Critics say a blockade only escalates tensions and can potentially drive up oil prices even higher.
I don't understand how blockading the strait is going to somehow push the Iranians into opening it.
Tensions are also rising between the White House and the Vatican. President Trump railed against Pope Leo, who's been a vocal critic of the war, calling him weak on crime, to which the pontiff replied by saying he has no fear of the Trump administration.
Said things that are wrong. He was very much against what I'm doing with regard to Iran, and you cannot have a nuclear Iran. Pope Leo would not be happy with the end result.
To put my message on the same plane as what the president has attempted to do here, I think is not understanding what the message of the gospel is.
And several outlets are reporting that Pakistan, the mediator in all of this, is pushing the U.S. and Iran to resume negotiations in an effort to get a peace deal before the ceasefire expires. President Trump said today he essentially doesn't care if Iran comes back to the table. In the news center, I'm Rachel Menitoff. Lauren, back to you.